We're going to take you back to something that we talked about almost a year ago on this program, but it all ties into what you're seeing now in Israel and the Middle East. All of the anti-Israel movement, which is being masked now as pro-Palestinian to cobble together the largest coalition possible, is being orchestrated by the radical left and radical Islamists. They all believe that the free market and capitalism, that's us, America, the West, and Israel, are oppressing the entire world. I have mentioned the Freedom Flotilla, which, by the way, the Turkish Islamic activists who are members of the IHH organization and who were all aboard the flotilla last year, you remember, with the pipes, they were also at the violent Nakba Day demonstrations that we showed you a couple of weeks ago. They're going to be on this flotilla as well. The flotilla is being put together with the help of Code Pink and also these two, Bill Ayers and Bernardine Dohrn. I think these two smoke too much dope, and they're still living the 1960s. But, believe it or not, they are way ahead, gang. They are the founders of the Weather Underground, a domestic terrorist organization. I'm going to show you some audio here and video of Bernardine Dohrn. This is new video, and it was run on RT, Russia Today. It is a government arm. Propaganda in our own country. Why have you not seen this video yet? Watch.
The fact that we are radicals today, the fact that we, think that the real terrorist is the American government, state terrorism unleashed against the world.
There's new video. I'm sorry, that's not it. There's new video that we will post at glennbeck.com that is from Russia Today from last week, where she is very, very clear, and a Russian journalist asking her all kinds of questions in English, and it's all about the oppression. I don't know about you, but I get all warm and fuzzy inside listening to her, and people like her, and she is influencing the Arab Spring, which, by the way, just got $40 billion from the G8 last week. Now, I don't know how they divvy that up exactly, but guess what? Your tax dollars are part of the G8. So you're funding this glorious Arab Spring that, remember, is only about freedom and definitely not fundamental transformation of the globe or the destruction of Israel or America. They hate America. It is the oppressor. How do I know? The Weather Underground. We showed you this manifesto about a year ago. And it's all about convincing people that they are oppressed by someone. And then they get all those oppressed people to unite. Let me play Bernardine Dohrn again. Here.
White youth must choose sides now. We must either fight on the side of the oppressed or be on the side of the oppressor. Got it?
Let me give you two things out of this. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. This is from 1969. See if this sounds familiar. The contradiction between the revolutionary peoples and the imperialist headed by the United States is the principal contradiction in the contemporary world. The development of this contradiction is promoting the struggle of the people of the whole world against U.S. imperialism and its lackeys. Also goes on to say, the strategy which flows in this manifesto, which I contend a year ago is the blueprint of what's happening in the world. The strategy which flows from this is what Che called creating 2, 3, and many Vietnams. To mobilize the struggle so sharply in so many places that the imperialist cannot possibly deal with it all. Since it is essential to their interests, they will try to deal with it all and will be defeated and destroyed in the process. Does Libya make a little more sense? This is what is happening now. And it is the Palestinians are again being used and being imaged, and we are the oppressors. If we allow this to happen, if we allow the world community to buy this garbage, that somehow Israel is the evil oppressor, the tiny little country ruining the entire Middle East, not the Syrians who are gunning down their own protesters, not the Iranians who are slaughtering and stoning homosexuals to death, not the Saudis who women cannot drive. It's an abomination. No, it somehow or another is Israel. If we sit silently and allow the world to fall for this nonsense, we lose not only any foothold for the Western way of life in the Middle East, but the Western way of life itself. You embolden those radicals. It is the end of the Western way of life if your neighbors don't wake up. It is the ancient battle of good versus evil, the ancient battle of kill the Jew. And silence in the face of evil itself is evil. The question is, will you stand, and will your neighbors be awake enough to stand as well?
Tomorrow, Exposing Evil, the history of the Muslim Brotherhood's Nazi roots. Information you won't see anywhere else. 5 p.m.